Hello, we are going to practice telling time today. So when we look at a clock, we notice that it has 12 numbers going around. So when we say something's right up here, this is kind of the start of the hour. And then it goes by 5. So every number, 1, 2, 3, and so on, is 5 minutes. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, because there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So 60 minutes equals 1 hour. So each of these little lines on here represents 1 minute. So these are 5s, but then the little ones are 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. So when we are looking at this, there are always 2 hands. There's a long hand and a short hand on a clock. So the short hand is what tells us the hour. So let's say if we're looking at a clock and we want to figure out what it looks like when it's 3:15, when we get out of school. So when we look at a clock, that means that the short hand has to be on or after the 3. So we would make a shorthand look like this, because then we know that it is past the 3, but it's not to the 4 yet. So that means it's going to be 3 something. And then there's the long hand in 3:15. So it is right at the 15 mark. So 15 is going to look like that. Let's say we want to figure out what it looks like when it is 8:47. So the shorthand in this case has to be past the 8. Now 47 is getting pretty close to 9 o'clock. So the shorthand is going to be a little further closer to the 9 than it is to the 8. So when it's in that hour, it is between the 8 and the 9. Once it hits the 9, that's 9 o'clock. So when we have the shorthand now, 47, so let's figure it out. This is 0, so this is 5. Let's do our 5s because those are quicker. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And then we go 46, 47. So that means that the long hand, the minute hand, is going to be right at that 47 point. So that's how we know that it is at that minute, because we can count. We know that the 9 is 45, 46, 47. So that's to the minute. So let's look at these examples. And the shorthand, the green is the hour and the red is the minute hand. Now this first one is kind of tricky because we can see that the shorthand is almost to the 12. It's not quite there because it is almost there, but then look at where the minute hand is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. So the shorthand is telling us it's still in the 11 o'clock hour. It's not quite to the 12. And then it is 59. So that means in 1 minute, when the red minute hand gets to here, it will be 12 o'clock. So it's 1 minute before 12 o'clock. So it's 11:59. Let's look at this one. So the shorthand we can see is easily between the 8 and the 9. So we know it's in the 8 o'clock hour. And then if we look, we know, so eventually when you get good at counting, you don't have to go by 5s every time. But so we know that this is 30, but let's count by 5. So we'll start up here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. So this clock is showing 8:44. Let's look at this last one. So we can easily see the green, the shorthand is the hour. So it's in between 2 and 3. So we know that it's 2 o'clock something. And then let's count by fives. Start up here, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28. So it is 2:28 on that clock. Now, if we look at this one, we can see that the shorthand is between the 11 and the 12. And then we can see that this longer hand is right on the 4. So this is 0. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And since we know it's right on that 4, and it's in between 11 and 12, it's 11, 20. Okay, this one, we can see that the shorthand is in between the 2 and the 3, so we know it's 2 o'clock something. And then let's count by the fives again. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And this minute hand is right on the 35, so it is 2:35. Okay, this one, we can see that the shorthand is in between the 7 and the 8. So we would know that it is 7 o'clock. It's not 8 o'clock yet. And then this is right on the 7. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So 7:35. This one, we can see that the shorthand is in between the 11 and the 12, so it's 11 o'clock. Oh, and we're on that 7 again. We just did that one, so we know that that is 35, so it's 11:35. And this last one, so we can see that the shorthand is in between the 2 and the 3, so it's 2 o'clock again. And then this is right on the 8. So if we start here at 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's 2:40. All right, so now you're going to do some practice ones on your own. Good luck.